Improve your English with more words. 1. Relatively. To a certain degree. For example, the test was relatively easy. 2. Essentially. Basically, fundamentally. For example, they are essentially self-taught. 3. Literal. Following the exact words. For example, I wasn't being literal, it was a joke. 4. Participate. To take part. Many students, for example, participate in sports. 5. Consider. To think about carefully. For example, he considered applying for the job. 6. Settings. Surroundings, environment. For example, the house is in beautiful settings. 7. Revise. To look at again. For example, we'll need to revise this plan. 8. Itinerary. A planned route. For example, she gave me a detailed itinerary. 9. Challenge. A difficult task. For example, learning a language is a challenge. 10. Couple. Two or a few. For example, I met a couple of her friends. 11. Small. Little in size. For example, she lives in a small house. 12. Remember. To think of again. For example, I remember playing here. 13. Night. Use the SF evening. For example, I work at night as a guard. 14. Decide. To choose. For example, they can't decide what to eat. 15. Just. Exactly. Only. For example, the game just started now. 16. Along. Moving in a line. For example, a man was walking along the road. 17. Begin. To start. To do first. For example, he began a new job last week. 18. Friend. A person you like. For example, I called my friend to see a movie. 19. Cause. As a result. For example, he had an accident cause he was not careful. 20. Quickly. At a fast speed. For example, the job was finished quickly. 21. Simply. Just. Easily. For example, simply do what I tell you. 22. Idea. A thought or opinion. For example, he got the idea watching a movie. 23. Almost. Not completely. For example, it's almost time to go. 24. Everything. All things. For example, I know everything about her life. 25. Between. In the middle of. For example, we divided the money between us. 26. Always. At all times. For example, she is always happy. 27. Common. Happening often. For example, rabbits are common in this area. 28. Although.